So today I'm going to walk through how to actually create and generate a ton of videos off of one topic. And I'm going to show you my process. It's not 100% perfect, but it is working fairly well for me. I'm going to do minimal edits on this video so that you can see the entire process and me thinking through it. So you might want to skip ahead or play it on 2 times speed. I'm not really terribly worried about the edits and making it a fun video to watch. There's 6 steps. Number one, you're going to come up with your topic. Then you're going to record your video. Then you're going to get the transcript. You are going to draft as many videos as possible from that transcript. And then you are going to edit in CapCut using the transcript. And then you're going to schedule it to post. And hopefully you should come out with 10, 15 new videos that you can schedule to post on your social medias. So we're going to start off with a topic, and I will normally just save all of my topics to a Apple Notes or Notion or my notebook. So right now I have a list of notes. These are ideas that I need to work out. I need to think about them a little bit more. So what I can do is I can come in here. Let's pick one. So I like this one. And what I'll do is I'll make a new note, paste it in here. And then the first thing I kind of start doing is just typing out ideas or anything that comes to mind for this topic. Before you get into recording your video, you can do this as a next step. I'm going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to do a new conversation. I usually like to dictate when I use ChatGPT instead of typing. I feel like I just get my thoughts out better. I have a topic that I would like to do for TikTok. I need your help asking me questions to help me dive deeper into this topic, to help me explain it better and validate or push my thoughts, push me outside my boundaries. Ask me unique questions about this topic, get me thinking creatively about this topic. But just ask me a ton of questions so that I can talk more about it, specific to my Etsy shop offbeat planners. And then I'll paste in what I wrote or my notes. So it's given me a lot of questions, kind of like I'll have it interview me. I don't have to answer every single one of these questions. Some of them might make sense to my goals on social media, some of them might not. Um, but this gets me talking. I can talk more about this topic and just ramble on and go on and on and on about this topic now. So, what I would do is I would move to step two. But the setup for step two is you should set up your cell phone and you will have your questions from ChatGPT up on your computer screen and you'll start recording yourself answering the questions. You do not need to be polished. You do not need to have a script up. What I would call just yap. Just talk, 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 talk clearly, talk loudly. That would be the only like expectation you would need because you will need to pull the transcript from that video. I would suggest only doing 15 minutes maximum. You can do much, much less if you need to. 15 minutes would be maximum. And just answer as many of these questions. And you can answer them as if you're being interviewed. You can answer them as if you are talking um, to yourself or to a friend. It doesn't matter as long as you are just talking to the camera and you're recording yourself. Okay, got my phone set up. Let me put it right here. It's in TikTok style. I might flip it landscape so that I can use it for YouTube and TikTok. But now I'm too tall. And don't forget to clean off your camera. Okay, I'm just grabbing things to stack my camera up higher. It's still not good either. If you want to record a video that will be used for both YouTube and TikTok, you want I'm going to do it like this. I'll show you what my setup is. There you go. That's my setup. It's like balancing on my computer screen. Okay. And then on my computer, I have my questions that you are seeing right now from ChatGPT. So let's start the recording. Okay, recording is started on my camera. You can see my vacuum in the back. Doesn't matter. All right, so I usually talk it out because it just gets me comfortable in front of the camera. So first question, when you say I've done a lot of habit forming techniques, but not long enough, what exactly counts as not long enough to you? So how long do you think that a habit should take back to back to be something that is ingrained and whatever the word is? How long does it normally take you to form a habit? Does it take you 2 weeks, 30 days, or much longer? That's the first question that I would ask yourself. What do you think long enough is supposed to be? Is it what everybody else is telling you it should be, 28 days, or should it be longer for you? And do you even need to form this habit to be successful? If you were to form this habit and it was to be something that you did every single day and was just automatic for you, what positive thing would that bring to your life? I'm not really answering these questions. I'm just like asking them to the audience. See, I'm noticing this. That's okay. Sometimes asking questions to the audience, to you, helps you understand your thought process around everyday productivity tips that everybody gives you. When I started designing monthly planners, their focus is to help you through the season of life that you're in. Season of life usually don't last a year long, like the majority of planners are designed for. A season of life could last 1 month, could last 3 months, or anywhere in between. And once I started using my planner as a focus or a sprint for the season of life that I was in, I was able to reframe my mindset on how I defined productivity and how it I need some different questions. Maybe I'm not feeling these questions. That's kind of like a controversial topic or like a statement. I'm gonna say that to the camera. A 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing and never building depth. A 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing and you're never building depth. Focusing on 30 days gives you a permission slip to avoid doing long-term hard work. I think I'm going to stop there. As you can tell, I'm sick. My brain's not thinking. But you want to know what? I think this is a good reminder that we're not going to be on our A game every single day. Let me see what I can get out of this video. I'm going to stop recording on my camera. Talking a lot is actually hurting my throat too. So I'm going to go to my video. I'm going to airdrop it to my computer. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put this into CapCut. The number of this is 0920. I just save it by the number in my notes, just the way that I do it. I'm going to show you how to pull this transcript on your phone. If you don't have CapCut, your iPhone can do it for you. Click the right button here. Okay. So I built this shortcut on my phone. And when I send the video to this shortcut, it moves the video to my transcribed folder in iCloud. I don't know, does something on the back end, it encodes it, it transcribes it, pulls the creation date, gets the name, and creates a note in Apple Notes with the name, new video, creation date, and it puts the transcript in the note. Let's go to my video. Okay, there's my video. I'm going to hit share, transcribe audio. So this is the shortcut that is detailed out here. If you need me to teach you how to set up a shortcut and make it and add it to your share sheet, we can do that in a different video. I'm going to click this. Does everything else on the back end. And what we'll see is a new note that is created in Apple Notes with the transcript. All right, here we go. It's uploaded to the iCloud Notes. And I'm just going to do a quick read through. I'm going to delete like me talking to you guys. I'm gonna leave it. I was gonna be like, oh, I'll delete my brain's not thinking because I was talking to you guys, but what if I leave it in the video? Let me just see what happens. Okay. So we did step number 1 and 2. Step number 1 was get our topic. and have ChatGPT interview us with some questions. Step number 2 was record a yapping video where you just get it all out. I can only yap for a little bit. This is all we've got. Hopefully, we can get something good out of it. Step number 3, we get the transcript, and I just showed you how to do it with an iPhone. You can get your transcript from CapCut as well. Um, there's other apps out there. Just Google it. It does not have to be perfect. Transcript does not have to be perfect. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to use a custom GPT that I made. This one is by me. I've written the instructions on the back end to do what it's going to do specifically for this process. On the back end, it's going to use the transcript and create as many mini videos as it can by just chopping up your sentences or your phrases and organizing them together in different ways. It's about a 4-step process. So the first step, it will take your entire video, keep it all as one video, one long, big video topic. Just clean it up, shorten it up so it's quick, snappy for TikTok. And because the instructions are on the back end, you don't have to prompt it. We're just going to copy, paste it in, and it will know exactly what to do. And I like this editor because, yes, we're using AI and you can say whatever you want about AI, but the output that it's giving you is your words. It's not changing your words. And if it does by accident or whatever, um, you're not going to change that in your editing of the video anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, sure, you can do this on your own manually by looking at your own phrases and sentences and cutting it up manually, or you can use AI. So, step number 1 is it turns my whole video into something short and snappy. And I have asked it to put like a hook in the beginning. So even though in my video, I did not start off by saying a 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing, it noticed that that was a controversial hook type opening, and it put that first. And so now when I go to edit, I can pull that sentence, move it to the beginning of my timeline, and then start editing the rest of my video. So I'm not going to read this right now because AI can give you so many ideas and options. You're just going to get overwhelmed. We're just going to take it all. We're going to paste it in. I'm just going to say number 1, paste it in. I'm going to give this a checkbox. And when I go to edit, then I'll decide, do I really like this sentence? Is this what I want to say? Do I even like this entire video script? Maybe I'll just scrap it. I'll figure that out and like edit and go through the output it's given me when I'm editing. That is not a separate step. Let's just include that in the editing step. So if you can see, that was step 1. Tightened our script into a TikTok style story using only your words, removed filler words, move sentences around for a stronger hook and flow. Now, step 2. Step 2, make as many different social posts as possible from the transcript. I'm going to say yes. Okay. I'm not going to read this again. We are not going to turn this into a second step. So let's just Control C, paste it in here, and I'm going to give it a checkbox so that I know when I've edited it. It gave me 7 there and then the one prior, so I have 8 posts. If I use everything that it gave me, I have 8 posts. But even if I only have 4, that's still pretty damn good. Okay, so step 3 says side stories or adjacent angles. Sometimes when you're on a yapping video, you go off on a tangent. And I have the instructions in this GPT looking for those tangents to see if we can pull any side stories and make videos out of those side stories. So that's what we're going to do next. And I just say yes. The first one, as you can tell, I'm sick. My brain's not working. So cute. Okay, who knows? We got 7 out of those. Let's put them down here. Let's just copy this little line. Okay. So step 4 is where I had the GPT say, like, what would you like to do from here? Some options. You can decide which of the 4 options you like. Do you want to do different hooks? Make multiple hooks? Make a voiceover version using your exact words for random B-roll? Build a carousel script using the exact transcript, or build a carousel script paraphrasing the transcript for punchy on-screen text. And my thought process is we can turn this into a carousel video where you have videos of you talking one sentence at a time and the person swipes. A carousel with text on screen, or it's probably not your words because sometimes the way we talk isn't really appropriate for being typed out. So it paraphrases your words as text on screen and then they can swipe. Um, a voiceover version with your exact words for random B-roll. Um, Instead of using a talking head video, you can still use your words, your audio as the voiceover, and then just have the video be you painting or you doing some artwork. Doesn't have to connect to the video. What you're talking about does not have to be about the visual that the person is seeing. Um, Sometimes that's even better for our brains because we like multiple things going on. Um, so you can decide where you want to go from there. I'm not going to do any of that, but all you have to do is say, I want to do 4. I'm going to see number 4. I know it didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's the 4th option. There you go. I'm not going to do that. Um, so let's minimize this. We've got our video in here, already dumped in here. I'm going to right click and click transcript. And that's going to pull my transcript in CapCut. While it's doing that, just to recap, step number 1, come up with our topic. Step number 2, record a yapping video. Step number 3, get the transcript. And step number 4, draft as many videos using the transcript as you can. And I think what we're up to like 25 ideas from ChatGPT. We're not going to use all of them, but I have them listed there. Now we're on step number 5, which is edit using the transcript. Okay. So let's see if I can make this nice and tiny for us. So we start off by saying a 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing. So I'm going to scroll through my transcript. Right here. You're never building depth. I copy. I don't want that 17 seconds of dead space. I'm going to add to timeline. And look, that sentence is right there. And it's the first sentence in my video. Then it says, focusing on 30 days gives you permission slip to avoid. Add to timeline. Done. And then I just go through the rest of the sentences.
So first question. Maybe I won't say so first question. Things but not long enough. What exactly counts as not long enough to you? Okay, I'm just gonna do this. When you say I've done a lot of habit forming techniques, but not long enough, what exactly counts as not long enough to you? So how long do you think a habit should normally take? How long does it normally take you to form a habit? Does it take you 2 weeks, 30 days? That's the first question. Then I would ask yourself, what do you think long enough it's supposed to be? Is it what everybody else is telling you it should be? And do you even need? Mm, let's just do this one. Oops, I accidentally included and, but I'll show you how to fix that.
I don't think I'm really going to go into the conversation of like, do you even need this habit to be successful? I think that might be a side conversation. I think it might be a separate video. It would be better as a separate video.
Which I think I'll go into when I started designing monthly planners. Their focus is to help you through the season of life that you're in. Season of life usually don't last as long as a year. And once I started using my planner as a focus, and once I started using my planner as a focus for a sprint this, for the season of life I was able to reframe my mindset on how I defined productivity. Okay. I'm not going to say and, once I started using my planner as a sprint for the season of life that I was in, I was able to reframe my mindset. No, no, no. Let's just do that I was in. And I was able to reframe my mindset on how I defined productivity.
And I'm not going to go into the, as you can tell, I'm sick. Okay, done. Done with that one, right? So I'll put a little check mark here. I didn't use exactly what chat told me to use, but I, went through it and edited it as I was creating the video. So I'll close out of here. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds long. Let's listen to the video. A 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing and you're never building depth. Focusing on 30 days gives you a permission slip to avoid doing long-term hard work. When you say, I've done a lot of habit forming techniques, but not long enough, what exactly counts as not long enough to you? So, how long do you think that a habit should take? Does it take you 2 weeks, 30 days, or much longer? What do you think long enough is supposed to be? Is it what everybody else is telling you it should be, 28 days, or should it be longer for you? And when I started designing monthly planners, let's get rid of this. So here's the and. So I click on the track. You. And so I click on the track, I grab the little end bracket and I bring it tight in there. 28 days, or should it be longer for you? When I started designing monthly planners, their focus is to help you through the season of life that you're in. Season of life usually don't last a year long, like the majority of planners are designed for. A season of life could last 1 month, could last 3 months, or anywhere in between. Once I started using my... Okay, we're not going to listen to any more of it. I'm a slow talker, so I'm going to edit out all of the pauses. There's a pause right here because there's no audio lines. So I'm going to click here, and then I scoot on over here, and I click this button. Now there's no pause. 3 months, or anywhere in between. This one has a pause at the end, so I'm just going to drag that shorter. I'll probably get rid of this pause. I can easily delete that pause. So I'll go through and remove my pauses. I'm a choppy talker. Actually, I can show you how to do that. So actually, what we're going to do is we're going to click transcript. Because now it's taking the transcript from just the small chunk 1 minute video that I have in my timeline instead of the entire video like we originally started off with. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to say minimum pause duration 0.1 for me. Yes, and it's going to identify all of those and I just click on it and it finds them for me. Only 3 pauses. Okay, remove. No filler words. Okay. See, I see that's a pause right there. Why wouldn't you remove that? Okay. Whatever. It's good enough. Also, let's read this again because I felt like I repeated myself often. I know it's such a short transcript, but I feel like I was repeating myself. Like, it's not as snappy as I thought it was going to be. A 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing and you're not building depth. I don't need two hooks. I can get rid of this. Focusing on the when you say I've done a lot of habit forming techniques but not long enough, what counts as not long enough to you? Okay, I'm going to delete this. I've done a lot of habit forming techniques but not long enough. I'm going to delete that. So how long do you think a habit should take? I don't need I don't need I'm saying the same thing twice. How long do you think it should take? Do you think it should take 30 days or 2 weeks? That's extra fluff that we don't need. I'm saying the same thing two different ways. We're going to delete it. What do you think long enough is supposed to be? That's the same thing. I'm saying the same thing. But what did I say before? When you say I've done a lot of habit forming techniques but not long enough, how long do you think that habit should take? Yeah, let's get rid of this. How long do you think that habit should take? Is it what everybody else is telling you it should be? 28 days, or should it be longer for you? Okay, I like that. When I started designing monthly planners, their focus is to help you through the season of life that you're in. Season of life usually doesn't last a year. Let's get rid of the word long. Like the majority of planners are designed for, are designed. Like the majority of planners are designed. I don't know. Let's see. I say season of life too much. Okay. A season of life could last 1 month. That's the same thing as season of life usually don't last 1 year. So I'm going to delete this. No, no, no. See, I like bringing up majority of planners are designed as 12 months. Maybe I'll delete it. So I could say season of life, but I don't like how I said, whatever. Get rid of this. A season of life could last 1 month, could last 3 months, or anywhere in between. Once I started using my planner as a sprint for the season of life that I was in, I was able to reframe my mindset on how I defined productivity and how I defined productivity. Okay, now we're down to 41 seconds. Let's see how that sounds. All right, let's listen to what it sounds like after my edits. A 30-day planner is just dopamine chasing and you're never building depth. When you say I've done a lot of habit forming techniques, but not long enough. So how long do you Okay, I don't like that I messed up on my words there. A lot of habit forming techniques, but not long techniques, but not long enough. So how long do you think that a habit should take? Is it what everybody else is telling you it should be, 28 days, or should it be longer for you? When I started designing monthly planners, their focus is to help you through the season of life that you're in. Season of life could last 1 month, could last 3 months, or anywhere in between. Once I started using my planner as a sprint for the season of life that I was in, I was able to reframe my mindset on how I defined productivity. Ooh, I don't like the way that it ends. Everything else felt great to me, but I don't like the way that it ends. It was like I was mid-sentence. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the original video, right click, transcript. I'm gonna see if I can pull a sentence that's like at the end of a paragraph for me so that I have my natural tone of ending a sentence. Nobody's probably gonna get to that end of the video anyway, so we'll see what I can find. You know what? I'm going to end with this. What positive thing would that bring to your life? And I know that I was originally talking about habit forming, but if I move it to the after me talking about 30-day planners, it kind of changes the meaning a little bit. So I'm going to add that right there. Add to timeline. Let's just make sure. Yeah, it's a little long at the end. Let's see how that sounds. Defined productivity. What positive thing would that bring to your life? That sounds better, right? That's a good ending. Okay, I like it. Um, you could export this right now. Um, I use a scheduler, so I'm going to put captions on this. I think they're going to need to be smaller because it's going to go on TikTok as well. Should they be up there or down low? I don't what that bring to your life. Okay. I think this needs to be just a little bit bigger. Bring to your life. Okay. Now I'm going to export and I'm going to put it into folder called ready to add to Publer. Yep. Export. We've got my video. And I'm going to upload that over to Publer. And in Publer, I post it to TikTok, YouTube, YouTube Shorts. Actually, I probably won't do a regular YouTube video. I'll just do YouTube Shorts, Pinterest, and Instagram. Oh, one thing I do want to say, step number 6 is schedule to post. When you start, if you go through and do all of these other videos, you are likely going to have similar videos, like on similar topics. You're just kind of rephrasing the way that you say it. I would suggest scheduling them a week apart. So let's say that you record 5 different yapping videos. You can, on 5 different topics, schedule each topic 1 week apart so that, Monday is topic 1, Tuesday is topic 2, Wednesday is topic 3, and so forth. And then the next week is the same flow, except it's the second video for each topic. And then scatter in, any other videos you do. If you do a um, speed paint or speed video of any kind, if you do a photo, if you do text on screen with a trending audio, just throw those in every once in a while to kind of break up your posting. And I think you should be good. If you have any questions, post them below. If you need something explained more detailed, if you need a link to something, I can share the GPT. I can share the shortcut and anything else that you need. Just let me know.